Alright, welcome to today's video. So what we are doing today is we are still on 1994 biology Waec June edition. So the question here is, which of the following organisms exists as a filament? So Euglena, we know Euglena, it has animal and plant characteristics. We have amoeba. These are organisms that are classified under classification of organisms that can exist on their own, that is, they are independent cell. Volvos, they are colony in nature. Paramecium, they are just like amoeba, they are independent, and they have some features also. Why Spirogyra is filamentous, it's a filamentous algae. So it's a filamentous algae. In previous video I said Spirogyra it has like plant origin, so that is it has cellulose cell wall, it has chloroplast, it can manufacture its food on its own. So this was filamentous algae. So if they ask us which of the following organisms exist as a filament, the answer is option E, Spirogyra. Number 13. All of the following can illustrate the dynamic nature of the ecosystem except A, nitrogen cycle, yes. B, carbon cycle, yes. C, water cycle, yes. D, nutrient cycle, yes. E, locomotion in organisms, no. So that's the answer. They said all of the following, that is the dynamic nature of ecosystem, how the ecosystem they relate, how the nitrogen cycle is, nitrogen is useful to the organism, how the carbon is useful to the organism, how water is useful for transpiration, evaporation, all those photosynthesis, everything. So these are what they are trying to tell us. Nutrient cycle, how nutrients are needed, all the fertilizer are being utilized. So these things they talk about the ecosystem. But locomotion in organisms, it doesn't really relate at all to what we are trying to say here. So that's for this question. Our answer is what? Option E, and here is also option E. So let's go to another question. Let me try to zoom it. Alright. So the question here is, which of the following measures does not ensure conservation? What is conservation? Conservation is a way whereby we preserve resources from rational use for the purpose of continuity and to prevent extinction of some organisms of resources that are important to the ecosystem and to the world at large. So for example, it's in conservation, it helps us to keep an organism from extinction. There are many organisms that, due to the carelessness of the way we live things, there are some organisms that they have gone into extinction. So through this conservation, it helps us to conserve some species of organism. It helps us to preserve some trees. It helps us to prevent global warming. If there is no enough trees on the surface of the land, it is going to cause like global warming. Because there will not be a lot of oxygen circulating in the atmosphere. So this conservation is very, very important. So which of the following measures does not ensure conservation? Number 1, establishing forest and game reserves. Yes, it ensures conservation. Encouraging people to plant trees. Yes, that's afforestation. Then we are going to discourage deforestation, that is cutting down of trees. We are going to discourage it. Option C, funding society that promotes conservation. Yes, that's why we is going to ensure it. Enacting conservation laws and bylaws. Yes, that's going to because when you make laws, people fear law, so they are going to obey the law. So option E, enclosing fishes in ponds where they will not be slowing. That's not really, you may think it is important, but actually it is not really significant in terms of conservation. Putting them in the ponds does not solve the solution of them not being stolen. That is not a valid reason. So we are going for this option E, that it does not ensure conservation. So that's for that aspect. Let's try to do like one question before we continue. Which of the following is not required for primary production to occur in plants. Which of the following is not required? So look at this. They said chlorophyll. Of course, chlorophyll is required in the production of in plants. Plants, they exhibit what we call photosynthesis. That is the process whereby they manufacture. Let me try to outline the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the combination of carbon dioxide with water to form glucose and oxygen. So if they ask you, it means oxygen is a byproduct of what? So you're going to balance it. 6 here, 6 here, and what else again? We have 6 oxygen here. We have 12 oxygen here. 12 plus 2, 6, that's 18. So it means we are still going to have 6 oxygen here. So this is what? Glucose. This is oxygen gas. This is water. And this is carbon dioxide. Now, the sites where photosynthesis occur in plants is the chlorophyll. It is the chlorophyll that trap. So we are going to put it like catalyst, not really catalyst. Then, what the photosynthesis make use of? It makes use of what? Sunlight, or we can also call it solar energy. So that's what the plant uses. So the plant, it has a site in the plant that this chlorophyll, it has the capability of trapping sunlight. That is, it traps the energy from the sunlight so that it can combine this carbon dioxide and water to get what? Glucose. So the glucose is the main thing. That is like, this glucose is just like sugar. So it's just like sugar. It is the smallest unit that is going to be first gotten from a cell doing photosynthesis. So we have chlorophyll. So it means chlorophyll is required for primary production to occur in plants. So that's correct. Option B, sugar. That's wrong, because sugar is what we want to produce. How are we still going to be needing sugar for what we want to get? So that means option B is what is wrong. So we're going to choose option B for the right answer. Option C, they said water. Water is needed for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is needed. Carbon dioxide is needed. Solar energy is needed. So it means option B, sugar is the only thing that's not needed. So let's try to do one more question before we round up. Which of the following blood groups is or are the universal donors? When we are talking of blood groups, we have 4 blood groups. So we have A, B, AB, and O. O, they are called the universal donor. The AB, they are called universal recipients. So take note of this. So the question is now asking us which one of the following is universal donor. So this option here is what is the right answer. The reason why we call them universal donor is because they can give blood to blood group A, they can give blood to blood group B, they can give blood to blood group AB. Any blood group they can give it, and they can even give blood to themselves. So that's why we call them universal donor. But they can only receive blood from O. That's the problem there. Now AB, they can get blood from any of all the blood groups. But the only problem is that they can only give blood to AB. That's the problem. So they are called universal recipients because they can receive blood group from all the groups. So that's just the main reason for your level. If I'm not teaching for your level, I can say, oh, the reason why they can give blood to anyone is because they don't have antigen on their red blood cell. Why the AB? The reason why I can say they can collect blood from any blood is because they don't have antibody on their blood plasma. That's it. But for your level, just know that AB is universal recipient, O is what? Universal donor. Thank you for watching today's video. So if you have gained something today's video, I will urge you to follow my Facebook page, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and like this video, share it, and comment. Thank you for watching today's video. God bless you. Bye. And don't forget, we are solving question on 1994 biology Waec. Thanks for watching. God bless you once again. Bye.